Yeah, remember I was mentioning about distractions, so I can't get the information and get the names correctly of the criminals. So that's another tactic. You hear that the it's like the dogs barking. Now they're using cats to cry. That's like the dead cats, like I'm a crybaby or whatever. That's another tactic that they use. You know, they are supporting the terrorists by abetting them by distracting me and the criminals, and they don't want me to validate the poisonings and the names that I got through the communication of who's the one's been poisoning me, who's the one who's been harassing me. That's why they're trying to distract, so I can't validate, and they just like try to laugh at me like I'm a joke. You know, when I suffer from depression since I was a kid. I find humor to get my to not to be sad. That's how I dealt with ever since I was a kid. That's how I dealt with depression. You know, find humor. But these poisonings, I don't find that funny, and this harassing and these gang stalking, I don't find that funny. So these ones doing the distractions, they are abetting these terrorists, and they are trying to stop me from validating the poisoning. So they are accomplice to attempted murder. They are part of the terrorists. They're domestic terrorists. There's no other way around it. That's what they are. Distracting me, harassing me, and they do the crybaby thing. They're accomplice to attempted murder because they're poisoning. I'm being poisoned, and they're like, "Oh, you crybaby, you've been poisoned." Like what? These people are heartless. It just shows you how heartless they are. They don't care that I was poisoned. They don't care I'm getting death threats. They don't care I'm being gangster. That's how heartless they are. So, anyways, that's the distractions. Another distraction. I'm here now, so I'm just showing you this thing follows me wherever I go. This domestic terrorist group, and that's what they are. There's no other way around it. That's what they are. They're felons. They are. They're the lawbreakers. They are the felons. And I'm trying to better myself, better my life, stay sober, and they don't want that. They're trying to harass me to death, haze me to death. They are terrorists. They're felonies. They're felons. There's no other way around it. They're terrorists. So I'm just sharing what they're doing, harassing me, gang stalking. The terrorists. I won't do that to them. I won't poison anybody. Constantly harass. You know, being gang stalked. Even this morning when I was taking a crap in the laundromat, they come and try and open the door and knock on the door, bothering me. They're interrupting. When I eat, when I crap, when I shower, anything I do. I don't do that to people. I don't do that. I don't intentionally do that. They're intentionally doing that. I don't bother anybody when they're using the restroom crapping. And if anybody says I do, they're full of it. I don't bother anybody when they're eating. And if I do, that wasn't intentional. I don't bother anybody when they're trying to sleep. That's what they do to me. They constantly distract me, harass me, and then especially when I do the recording, that's when they distract me. Just like when I was at Salvation Army, the cars drive by, so I won't get the information. That way I cannot validate the people involved poisoning, harassing me, and I got the names. I already sent that. So I'd rather die than be a slave here. I'm already discriminated, being harassed, hazed to death. They wanted to kill me. They try to force suicide. They try to make me force suicide by making me so depressed. They try to force that so they don't have to kill me. Now they're trying to sneak in poison. I chose to drink instead of suicide. They tried to do that. Only the devil would do something like that. That's how heartless and sadistic this terrorist group is, and this community that's harassing me, that's in on it. That's how heartless they are. The divine, the heavenly God wouldn't do that. The heavens wouldn't do that. Only the devil would do something like that. I give them to God. He's watching. So, yeah. Love and light from heaven.